Hello students, moving on to the few more examples. In the previous videos we had seen few examples to calculate the price index numbers. Next we'll see few more examples. If Parsh's price index number is 101.6 and Fisher's price index number is 99.6, then find Laspeyres index number. They have given us the Parsh's price index and the Fisher's price index. We have to find the Laspeyres index number. The formula is Fisher's price index number is equals to root under Laspeyres price index number into Parsh's price index number. Now here the Fisher's price index number is known, 99.6 equals root under Laspeyres price index number into 101.6. So squaring on both sides you get 99.6 the whole square. The square root goes on the right hand side, the square root is vanished, equals Laspeyres price index number into 101.6. So the Laspeyres price index number will be 99.6 the whole square divided by 101.6, that is 97.64. Next we have one example. Calculate the price index number by weighted average of price relative method using arithmetic mean. We have to find the weighted average of price relative method using the arithmetic mean. So there are commodities. The price of the commodities are given. The commodities here are wheat, rice, gram and pulses. The two prices are the price of those commodities in 2 years, the 2005 year and 2010. 2005 is a base year and 2010 is the current year. And the weight is given for each of the commodities. We have to find the weighted average of price relative method. We have the formula. We'll calculate whatever we know. We have commodities, we have P0 and P1, we have the prices of them, and then we have the weight. So we'll calculate P, that is P1 by P0 into 100, and then we'll calculate WP. WP will be W into P. You have to multiply. The capital P here is the price relative. In the fifth column, the P, capital P equals P1 divided by P0 into 100. That capital P is price relative. So that we calculate. Then we have W. Then we calculate WP, the last column. And then we find summation W, the sum of all the W, and summation WP. That is 1465.82. Then we have the formula. Price index by weighted average of price relative method using arithmetic mean is given by P01 is summation WP divided by summation W. We have summation WP and summation W. You substitute that, we will get as 146.58. Next, calculate weighted geometric mean price index number from the following data. The previous example was for arithmetic mean. Now this is to calculate the geometric mean. We have the items A, B, C, D, E and the expenses in percentage, and then the base year prices and the current year prices is given. So we have items and then we have the weight 30, 15, 20, 10, 25. Here the expenses in percentage is the weight here. So P0 and P1 values we have. The price relative capital P is P1 divided by P0 into 100. That we calculate for each of the items. Then we find log P, because in the formula to calculate the weighted geometric mean we require log P as well as W log P. So we will calculate log P and W log P. Then we need summation W. So we'll find summation W and summation W log P. Now weighted geometric mean index number is P equals anti-log of summation W log P divided by summation W. We have the values already calculated. We'll substitute it and then we'll get as anti-log of 199.494 divided by 100. That is anti-log of 1.9949, which is 98.83. The next example, calculate price index number from the following data. Here the method is not specified, but we have to, depending on the quantities given, we'll have to find which method to use and we'll calculate the price index number. Items are given, 4 items, number of units sold is given, and the prices in the base year as well as in the current year is given. So here number of units sold neither relates to base year nor the current year. Here the weights are fixed. So we apply the Kelly's method. So items in the solution A, B, C, D. Q is 22, 40, 35 and 45. We have P0 and P1. We'll find P1 into Q and P0 into Q. We'll find summation P1 into P1 Q into and P0 Q, summation P0 Q. We'll add all of those. And then we have the Kelly's price index number given by PK01 equals summation P1 Q divided by summation P0 Q into 100. We'll substitute the values and we'll get 120.417. When there are types of index numbers, right? Price index number, quantity index number and value index number. So till now we were discussing on price index number. The next topic is quantity index number. Quantity index number studies the changes in volume of goods produced or manufactured consumed in the current period as compared to the base period. Prices are the weights in quantity index number. So weighted aggregative quantity index number, there is Lasperius quantity index number QL. That time when we saw in the formulas it was PL, PF, whether it is Lasperius or Fisher's. Here since it's quantity index number, the denotation will be Q power L01, which is summation Q1 P0 divided by summation Q0 P0 into 100. This is for Lasperius quantity index number. For Parsh's quantity index number, the formula is QP01 summation Q1 P1 divided by summation Q0 P1 into 100. Marshall-Edgeworth's quantity index number is summation Q1 P0 plus summation Q1 P1 divided by summation Q0 P0 plus summation Q0 P1 into 100. Dorbish-Bowley's quantity index number, half into Lasperius quantity index number plus Parsh's quantity index number, that is half into summation Q1 P0 divided by summation Q0 P0 plus summation Q1 P1 divided by summation Q0 P1 into 100. The last one, Fisher's quantity index number, Q to the power F is root under Lasperius quantity index number into Parsh's quantity index number, that is root under summation Q1 P0 divided by summation Q0 P0 into summation Q1 P1 divided by summation Q0 P1 into 100. These all formulas are similar to the price index numbers, except instead of P1 P0 and all, here it is Q1 Q0. Rest everything instead of it's like interchange. Instead of P1 P0 and all, it will be Q1 Q0. So that's it, and we'll discuss few of the examples on calculating the quantity index numbers in the next video. Thank you.